Hello there and happy Friday, December 27th. My name is Deirdre Abrami. I've been a professional psychic for over 20 years. And today we're going to check in what's going on with the energy around you and see about your recent past, what's currently going on, or your quick future, I should say. Now, although you might be coming across this video a year from now or whenever it comes across in front of you, it's no accident you are here. So your recent past seems like you have been really working hard, getting a leg up. It looks like your career more so. You've been working really hard, showing up for yourself each and every day. You know, it does feel like whatever in your recent past that you started to embark, seems like you finally feel like you're at home. No more connecting with things that are just temporary, it feels like. It feels like perhaps maybe in the past, you more so went through things that were shiny and just temporary versus really honing in what really speaks to home for you personally. And because of that, you are going to be embarking on some success. You know, it feels like the reason why you also have decided recently to try a new avenue is because you worked really, really hard, continuing showing up every day, and it just felt like you were just going round and round and not going any further. So you kind of felt like, you know, I'm burnt out. I don't even know if this is really what I should be doing anymore. It just felt like you weren't moving any further. Whether it feels like mostly career, but take this if it applies to you in love. It just felt like no matter what you did, you kept getting the same results. What does that sound like? Definition of insanity. So you finally decided to co-create, but you know what's so funny? I'm getting psychically, it's not so much co-creating with maybe a person, it feels more with the universe, to tell you the truth. But you had to come to peace with this because you are really determined to achieve certain goals and they just weren't happening, and you finally let go of the reins and you said, you know what, it's time to go with the flow than fighting against the tide, and you finally got peace with it. That the reason why you're not proceeding is because you got as much as you could out of the situation and the learning, and now it's time to get into another path for more learning. But in order to do that, you had to sit back and more observe than be in the middle of this chaos. And I think you finally took a step back and were like, wait a second, why do I feel like I'm always in the chaos? But once again, you threw away the reins and you became an observer of this chaos, is when the messages came out really clear that, you know what? I need to be more flexible. I need to get out of my own way. You finally figured out this is not for you. So again, this feels like more career-based, but perhaps that it could be love, but again, it feels more career. I feel currently, if you haven't already figured this out, you're kind of in the, but why? I did everything you told me to do. I've been showing up. I've been working really hard. I've been meditating, whatever else you did. You're in the why phase, and you're going to get the why. It's because everything has a balance. You know, a yin and a yang, there's always a season to certain things also. And sometimes you just have to be in contemplation mode more than moving mode. Does that make sense? And that's why you kind of came across no more movement at this time. But as soon as you let go, serendipity is going to be at its best. And that's when the magic begins to happen. Then all of a sudden, you're going to get a message. It's time to move forward. And then you're going to go the distance. Everything's going to speed up really quickly. And that's in the now, right now. And once you really know that this is for you, whichever path you take, that's when you're going to take this leap of faith. Now, in this card, this could be love. Maybe somebody out of nowhere will come forward and you're going to feel like this is your person. This could be a love reading, but it mostly feels like you're going to finally find the path in which you're going to find something that you never considered before in your career path. That's what it feels like. But you have to take a breath first and trust that everything is aligning up perfectly for you. And once you really know that this is for you, whichever path you take, that's when you're going to take this leap of faith. Now, in this card, this could be love. Maybe somebody out of nowhere will come forward and you're going to feel like this is your person. This could be a love reading, but it mostly feels like you're going to finally find the path in which you're going to find something that you never considered before in your career path. That's what it feels like. But you have to take a breath first and trust that everything is aligning up perfectly for you. Now, in your not so far future, in order for this abundance to come to you, you got to take a leap of faith. You do. You got to come to the edge. You got to come to the edge. You got to clean up your mind, your body, and soul, which means that this says clean it up. And what I'm getting psychically is time to clean up your mind, time to let go of, defeating patterns, defeating thoughts. Also, anybody that's around you that doesn't support you, time to let them go, because leading into 2025 is a whole new year for you. I suggest you get an astrology chart and see when it's a good time to work hard versus sit back and contemplate. You know how you're going to get all the answers you need? Higher power. That's how. It's time to really connect with your higher source. I can channel for anybody. I'm a professional psychic. I do readings every day almost. But the time I read best for myself is after a really good hour meditation. So I suggest you do the same. By doing this, you're going to create a whole new life for yourself. You're not going to regret it. Meditation is like brushing your teeth. You can't just do it once to have a clean mind, we'll call it. It's just like having clean teeth. You got to do it a couple times a day. And, I know you feel like really tired and you're like, your angels and guides are saying, come on, in order to improve your mind, you got to put some effort in here. And then you're going to be so blessed. I'm telling you right now. Your guides, your angels are trying to help you. And right now you feel like you live amongst two worlds. One foot in the spiritual world and one foot in the material world. But you can blend the two. Once you have faith that you can merge the two is when you are going to be able to become a powerful manifester. Too much in your head. You got to get out of that head. You're overthinking everything. What else can they tell them? Once again, you get into meditating and make it a daily practice is when you're going to have a really deep knowing things. Things are going to come so easy to you. That's when you know you're in the flow. All right. Last two cards here before we wrap it up for today. Ooh, 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 ooh. Coming up pretty soon, if it hasn't already, you're getting approached. You're going to be in the fork in the road. And this is going to be your fork. Fork, eh? Smooth sailing. Everything's going to fall into place. Everything's going to be more I can't say it. Everything is going to fall right into place. Be center. Everything's going to, you are going to be in the fork in the road. Everything's going to fall right into place. So either you can choose that road where everything falls into place, or B, you can make everything continue to be a challenge and go upstream and versus going downstream and everything being in flow. It's up to you. But in order to get there, to be more in the stream of things, you have to imagine. But imagine big. What do you really want? Whatever you want, I want you to even imagine bigger, because that's how it's going to happen. Also, before you do all that, in order to remove any blocks, you have to mend any bad thinking of yourself, others. It's time to do that and rejuvenate. So if you've lost a lot of money, your health, your self-esteem, I would take between now and the 1st of January, just a really good time to rejuvenate your energy and time to let go of any person, place, or thing that is not for your highest good. Find your tribe. These are people who support you with unconditional love. Then there's going to be a lot of treasures there. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Well, I'm going to leave it there. So happy again, Friday, December 27, 2024. If you would like a private psychic reading, click the link in the description below. And also, I'd really love for you to support my channel. If you could like and subscribe, that would really help me grow. And if you love this content, think about watching